So this is a how to practice doing a girl voice tutorial, right? I've not I'm not an expert. I'm just someone who's been practicing for quite a while now, and I've gotten decent at it. I'm not at all warmed up right now, so it's gonna take me some time. But that's part of the whole point of this video, is because warming up is extremely crucial. So I want you guys to hear what it actually sounds like as you warm up. Um, so before we do warm ups, though, I want to explain a couple of concepts. The first, um, these are like sort of the fundamental blocks, right? The first is your larynx, and you feel your larynx down here, and you can lower your larynx, or you can like raise your larynx, and it goes up. And it takes some getting used to, and there are some exercises. Let me take my necklace off because that's probably really clicky, actually. And there's some exercises you can do to raise and lower your larynx, or to learn how to raise and lower your larynx, that are really helpful. And I'll go on, or I'll go over those in just a bit. But the next step is the breathiness of your voice. So your voice can be really breathy. You can talk with a lot of breath, or you can have like literally no breath in your voice, and just it's all sharp and contrast, and there's no breath. Or, as I said, you talk with a lot of breath, and it's really breathy. And then the next step is the weightiness of your voice. Right now, my voice is really weighty. Like I said, I'm not warmed up, but you can like lower how much weight is in your voice to raise it, and calm, like essentially make it lighter. It's not a higher when you're doing the weightiness. It's just a lighter voice. And you combine all of these three, and like I said, I'm not warmed up, so there's a new. And like eventually you get somewhere, and you're like high up, and you're like light, and you're talking, and you're like, hey, like I don't know, I'm just vibing. I'm having a good time. But like I said, we're not warmed up. So how do we warm up? Well, let's start with some exercises I enjoy. We're going to start with what's called lip trills. And if you know anything about Jeff Rolka, you know lip trills. And these, it's like that, right? You're blowing through your lips. But the entire point of a lip trill, um, other than the loosening of your facial muscles, because you want to be loose and you want to be relaxed, but you want to ensure consistent airflow. So you're gonna be making tonality along with the lip trill, but you want to ensure that the entire time there's flappage and your air is constantly flowing. So you're gonna we're gonna do like a scale, right? And we're not gonna do like a musical scale. We're not going for like a musical effect. We are just trying to loosen it and relax our voice, right? So it's kind of silly, It's kind of fun. And this is just loosening your voice. You do however much of that you want. Go above the secondo passaggio. And then the next one, we're gonna do goos. We're gonna just shoot up the goos, because goo, when you make the g sound, it forces vocal closure, which is to say that your vocal cords are gonna close, and it's gonna close off the sound, and instead of being an open like a ah, it's a goo, not a goo. It's for vocal. I'm not very good at explaining it, but it forces your vocal cords to close. So you're gonna goo, goo, goo. And as you're doing this, I want you to try to focus on occasionally, specifically making your voice breathier, and then making your voice lighter, and combining these, uh, because you're already focusing on the pitch as you scale. So you want to focus on the breathiness and the lightness, or the weightiness of your voice as you go. So Goo, goo, cow, cow. Sounds so silly, bro. Well, you can't take yourself too seriously in this world. um, some more exercises that I really like. uh, the Italian vowels. I E I O. 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 A E I O U. 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 Sometimes I get a little singy with it because it sort of helps you to smooth out the chords, you know. It helps you to get an idea of how to smooth it. A E I O U. And then, you know, now we've gotten a little warmed up, and you know we're still not there all the way, but now you just sort of take your voice, and I like to. Maybe you want to still work on the bass line. Uh, you still want to get the lower registers. You don't want to neglect them. Uh, if you want a full, well-rounded voice for like voice acting. But right now, as I said, this voice is like about the higher pitches, the more delicate voices. So, um, that's a key word there too, is delicate. You want to sound delicate. Not all girl voices are delicate, but learning to sound delicate helps. So like I don't know, you just find this area where it's like you are getting there, and if you're like me, I'm not there. Like I can't. Sometimes there's times where it's like my coworkers are like, "Oh my god, you actually sound like a girl." But it's not all the time, and I can't like consistently just get there. But like one day I'll be able to, and that's like literally the whole point of practice. Um, and like this is the practice that I do. I'll say different phrases. Like if anyone knows Natalie, Nat on YouTube, she loves phrases like "You're adorable," "You're adorable," "You're adorable." I forget the others, but I learned a lot from Nat. And then like I don't know others. There's so many good teachers on YouTube. I'm just blanking because I'm a silly goose. I'll probably like link a few in the tags that I learned from. I think somebody heard me and they think I'm weird, but it is what it is. They already think I'm weird. But see, I'll give you a few phrases that I really enjoy to practice with. Like, because I at my work, uh, I have to I'll do it a lot. So I'm like, thank you. Thanks for calling. How may I help you today? Oh yes, absolutely. And what beer are you in? Yes, ma'am. No, you have a wonderful day. Hey, can I get a name for the order? You know. But there's also fun things you can like practice too as well. Like just oh Jesus. Like sing your favorite songs that are sung by girls in your girl voice, you know? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. And I know you're gonna have it here, but you're nothing at all. You know, just vibe with it. It's like it's just you're having fun and you're learning. That's the whole point. Um, and see, it's so fun. You know, you get on video games and you use the girl voice. You hop in. It's like, hey guys, we're gonna win this game, right? Like, we got this, boys. And everyone's like, for me, as I'm still getting used to the girl voice, it's usually shut up, homosexual slur. But one of these days, I'll get the girl voice down. It'll be dope. Sometimes I'll get in and I'm like, oh my god, who let her out of the kitchen? I don't know why I use my girl voice for that, but like, you know, they'll say crazy stuff and then they'll be like, dude, I actually thought you were a girl. And that'll feel dope, bro. That always feels cool because it's like my work is coming through. Like, I don't actually want to be a girl. I just want to sound like one and trick people, you know? Because one day I'd love to do like videos and maybe like where like Vlad does, walking around at night and friendly as a girl, just be like, brother, why you like this, brother? Why you so pushy? But don't take yourself so seriously. Practice, have fun, and just love life.